Many years ago, in the quiet, some warm town of Okio, lived a little girl named Ero. Unlike other children who ran through the streets barefoot and laughing, Ero preferred the home of her mother soaking Adaya clothes, sitting quietly, asking random questions with curious eyes. Outsiders often looked at her family and admired them. Ero is lucky, they'd say. Her father is a good man. And indeed, in public, he was. He wore spotless white agbada every Sunday, led loud prayers at meetings, and offered help to neighbors with a smile. But behind closed doors, when the white capping came off, so did the mask. At home, his voice thundered through the walls. He returned late, reeking of cheap perfume that didn't belong to his wife. One day, Ero's mother, Sod, found another woman's shoe in his car. She didn't scream. She didn't throw it. She just held it, looked at it with tired eyes, and whispered, "God knows I have tried. How long will I keep fighting?" Ero, now a teenager, watched her mother collapse onto the kitchen floor, holding her chest as though it burned from the inside. She cried silently, then wiped her tears and served her husband hot pounded yam with egusi soup that same evening. That day, something shifted in Ero. She decided, men lie. Men smile. Men pretend. And women suffer in silence. Even years later, when she left for university in Ibadan and met kind, respectful men, she couldn't trust them. The gentler they seemed, the more convinced she was that they were hiding something. So when she met Yusuf, a soft-spoken project manager from Abuja who everyone called a good man, her heart said yes, but her mind said wait. Yusuf was loving, present, and transparent. He brought her gifts, helped with chores, and never hid his whereabouts. He led Bible study at church. He was everything her father wasn't. But Ero didn't believe it. She watched him, waiting for the mask to slip. Then one evening, his phone rang. He answered and smiled faintly afterward. That smile was enough. "Who was that?" she asked. "Just a work colleague," he replied. "Bola. She's updating me on tomorrow's proposal." Her heart tightened. From that day on, her suspicions deepened. She checked his call logs, stalked Bola's status, and even created a fake WhatsApp number to message her. "Hi dear, your skin is glowing. My friend says you're dating a married man. Is it true?" Bola replied with a confused emoji, then blocked the number. But Ero became relentless. She tracked his location, checked his dashboard for foreign hairpins, inspected trash bins for feminine names on receipts. Nothing. Yusuf remained consistent. He called daily, sent money, kissed her forehead. But his perfection made her restless. He's just careful, she thought. Too smart to be caught. One day, she found a red lipstick under the bed. It wasn't hers. "Who owns this?" she asked. "My sister, Miriam," Yusuf explained. "She slept over before traveling to Kaduna." Ero scoffed. "So now you're hiding women under the bed?" Yusuf sighed, exhausted. Why are you turning our home into a prison?" "If you're not hiding anything," she replied coldly, "you shouldn't mind proving it every day." "That's not love," he said quietly. "That's punishment." But she turned away, muttering, "You'll thank me later when I save this marriage from shame." Then came the Abuja trip. Yusuf told her he had a 2-day work meeting. Ero smiled and wished him safe travels, but in her mind, alarms blared. She called her friend Aya in Abuja. "I'm coming to visit," she said. But it wasn't Aya she wanted to see. It was Yusuf, with her own eyes. That evening, she stood like a shadow outside Trans Prestige Hotel. Then she saw him, Yusuf, emerging from the elevator, laughing with a woman in a red scarf and holding a laptop bag. "Bola." Ero marched into the lobby like a storm. "So this is your work meeting?" Yusuf turned in shock. "Ero. What are you doing here? She faced Bola. You shameless office rat. Chasing married men. Before anyone could react, Errol grabbed her hair. Papers flew. Guest filmed. Receptionist intervened. The next morning, the video went viral. Wife attacks husband's colleague in Abuja hotel. Jealous wife fights innocent woman. Yusuf was suspended from work. He returned to Kaduna, packed his bag, and left. He left a note. I have never cheated on you. I've explained. I've begged. But you don't want peace. I need to protect my sanity. Please don't call me. When neighbors asked, Errol puffed her chest. I did what other women are afraid to do. I saved my marriage from disgrace. But no one applauded. Deep down, she waited for Yusuf to return. 3 days later, his phone was still off. She messaged his cousin Miriam. Is Yusuf okay? He's not talking to anyone, she replied. That Sunday, church felt different. People stared. Some whispered, that's the woman who embarrassed her husband online. That evening, alone in her living room, she whispered, what if I was wrong? What if he wasn't like my father? After 8 days of silence, she traveled to the one person who had fed her during her worst days, her mother. Sod was plucking bitter leaf. You look like someone who hasn't eaten in 3 days, she said. Errol sat quietly. Have you heard from him? Sod asked. Errol shook her head. What if he doesn't come back? Her mother looked at her closely. Do you want him back, or do you just want to win the fight? Tears spilled from Errol's eyes. I want him back, Mama. But I didn't want to end up like you. Her mother sighed. There's something I never told you. The first woman I accused your father of cheating with. He hadn't touched her. I humiliated him in public, and after that, everything changed. He became the man I accused him of being. Errol's breath caught in her throat. I didn't trust him. I made our home so bitter that love couldn't live there anymore, Sod said. I hoped you'd do better. Instead, you followed my footsteps, and added more fire. That night, Errol returned home and wrote the longest message of her life. I never healed from what I saw as a child. I dragged old wounds into our new marriage. I hate you and broke our peace. I don't expect forgiveness, but I want you to know. I finally see you for who you are. And I'm sorry. She hit send, turned off her phone, laid on her bed, and wept, hoping it wasn't too late. Sometimes, the wounds we inherit become the weapons we use. But healing begins when we stop fighting ghosts. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share with your loved ones.